Hi everybody, Dr. Susan here. I just wanted to make one last final pitch on diabetes and blood sugar, just to be sure that everyone is being mindful of their blood glucose numbers and how important it is to check that out at least a couple times a week. I check mine daily, sometimes twice a day, but you can check it even just 3 times a week just to get an idea. So I talk with new patients all the time coming in, and they're having high blood sugar levels, and they're not being mentioned in their medical doctor offices when they go for yearly physicals and things like that. They're not being told anything. So I have people come in with blood sugar numbers 135, 140, and nothing's being mentioned to them. And to me, I don't have words for that, because ideally what it used to be is blood sugar that was over 100 milligrams per deciliter, which is the average measurement, was considered pre-diabetes. Once you got to 120, 125, that was the cutoff. Now you're diabetic. It's not like that anymore. So they're letting blood sugar numbers go way up high. So you really have to advocate for yourself on this. So if you get your yearly blood work back from your physical and your blood glucose number is higher than 100, there are better measurements like hemoglobin A1C or fasting insulin, and you want those numbers to be in check also. And if you're interested in those numbers, just comment below and we'll be happy to share that with you. So please, definitely, I always say just like and share our videos so we're going to keep doing series like this was diabetes. I want to do one on hormones, and another one on heavy metals will be upcoming. But anyway, back to blood sugar numbers. So you want your blood sugar to be over 100. Just a reminder, doctors are not mentioning it. So I have patients come in and tell me, like, a husband has blood sugar numbers of 140, 150. Is that okay? No, it's definitely not okay. Like, that has to be changed, because what will happen is it's just going to get worse and worse. It's not going to get better. And it's so important to everything. And a lot of people feel like, you know, if they're not diagnosed, it's not there. But yes, it's definitely there, and I can't diagnose anyone, so I'm telling you, don't want you to diagnose yourself. If blood sugar's over 100, you need to check it out and figure out why it's at that level. You don't want it to get any higher. Usually what I see is it just keeps trending higher, 115 to 120 to 125. It just keeps going up and up. So if changes aren't made, that's what will happen. It's probably because your cells have become insulin resistant at that point, and they can't bring blood glucose in because their cells get filled with insulin. That's what insulin resistance is that you had insulin pulsing through your body for so long or so often that the cells shut down and become resistant to the insulin. And receptors get blunted due to cellular inflammation. So there's a couple of things happening there. But insulin is unable to bring the blood glucose in from your blood into the cell. So it just keeps circulating around, getting higher and higher. Eventually you will be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Hopefully not ever type 1, you know, where you might become insulin dependent, which can happen also in type 2. I'm sorry, type 1 is when your pancreas won't make insulin. But if you become a type 2 insulin dependent, that can happen also. It just perpetuates too far. Or if medicine keeps going up, the dosages, if you're on insulin, but you have to keep going up and up in dosages, it's because the root cause of the insulin resistance was not found. So that's what we're all about here at Atlanta Integrative. We functionally look at your blood work, so blood work that comes back when your medical doctor says, oh, everything looks fine. We look at it functionally and you'll see everything is not fine. Dr. Tedder made an excellent video last week on that. So if you'd like us to send you a copy of that video, if you didn't see it, just type your email in below and we'll get that to you, because he made some amazing points about blood work. And it's because nowadays everyone's saying, oh, my blood work's fine, my blood work's fine, my blood work's fine. I was told it was fine, but it's not. You know, there are numbers that are not correct. So we want to make sure, and that's what we do here, we want to be sure that everything's correct. If you are diabetic, there are things you have to worry about. So if you already know that you have diabetes, you have to worry about finding the underlying root cause, because you don't want to get double diabetes. So that's when you need insulin and you're injecting insulin, but your cells are insulin resistant. So you wind up having double diabetes, in that you're not making the insulin and you're insulin resistant at a cellular level. You have to correct your cell to break any insulin resistance. So that's really the only way. The other thing is, people who don't gain weight and necessarily don't look like they're insulin resistant, they will see effects in their brain. So their brains are becoming not using glucose, not bringing glucose in, and it's actually now called dementia or Alzheimer's disease. It's actually called type 3 diabetes. And this is what's happening in the world. I mean, from in utero, babies are just swimming in insulin. They're being born insulin resistant. Kids today have it worse than we've ever had it. So it's a really, really scary situation for all children of today, and that's definitely going to be another video series because it's just mind-blowing. The things I see come into the office, children, and what they're experiencing now, things we never even thought about experiencing until adulthood are happening now in children all the time. So I just want to bring up one other point with that. If you are monitoring your blood sugar and checking it, you do also have to know about root causes versus lifestyle changes. So I have people, again, with either high blood sugar or gut issues or possible heavy metal toxicities telling me that they're taking this supplement or they're exercising. Or exercise and supplements are all great, but they're lifestyle tools. Meditation or yoga and things like that, mindset work, things like that are all lifestyle tools. You have to deal with the root causes. It's a totally different thing. So root cause is a heavy metal toxicity, a pathogen, if you have leaky gut, also if your nervous system is working functionally, functioning properly. There's hidden infection, environmental toxins, chemicals. We're exposed to so much in this world, and those are root causes. But lifestyle choices are exercise, which is excellent. Everyone has to exercise. We need it, but it's not going to correct the heavy metal toxicity. So you have to differentiate between the two for long-term health. If you don't remove those root causes, they're just going to keep perpetuating. So even if you take a medicine or a supplement that might be, helping out symptoms for the time being, the root cause, if not addressed and corrected, is going to keep perpetuating and get worse. It's going to turn up somewhere else in your health. So it's really important in order to live long-term healthy life to remove all these root cause issues that are happening in today's world. So again, I just want to say, please like and share our videos. If there's any topic you're interested in, type that also in the comments below, because I'll be happy to discuss them. Or if anybody has any questions, put that in the comments below. If there's any way we can help you, also just put it down in the comments below. If you'd like us to send you the video Dr. Tedder made last week, put that in the comments below. Just give us your email, and we'll be looking for those and send that out to you. We're here to help. We're here to educate you, and just point out how things work functionally and how they're different from the medical world. So even if you're going for your annual physical every single year like clockwork, if things are not corrected, fixed, or checked, a disease process can still be brewing in your body and not even know it. I didn't have one symptom when I was diagnosed with MS. So I always say, symptoms don't equal anything. You can't tell what's happening just by symptoms. So definitely call our office if you want to get your blood work checked functionally, and just to see what's going on in your body, get a 3D view of what's happening. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Hope that helps.